let's do some cooking.
Yeah, let's do some Christmas cooking.
Let's do some Christmas cooking. What are we doing today? We're going to start with a chestnut terrine.
So
What have we
I'll
got?
start with some onion.
All right, we don't need the mandolin right now, so I'll
If
put
you
that
could
away.
just get those for me and chop them roughly. In the
On
meantime.
chopping board.
Yeah, on chopping board. So I'll use some of the onions. So they don't have to be precise, just a rough chop. We got some small pieces, some big pieces. Same about the onions, quite large chunks, so they cook much faster. So this was a quite large onion. I'm gonna use just half of it. Cool, I'll get a few cloves of garlic in there, probably 2 or 3, about 15 grams maybe. Again, quite large pieces,
Okay.
because the parsnip is going into the oven.
Go
Yeah,
on.
let's do 2 of them.
So we're going to peel them and dice them.
Pass it to me, I'll chop them.
All right, I'll peel, you chop. I like it. Teamwork.
Teamwork, indeed.
Like the old days.
Get them into kind of a centimeter cubes. So when we mix it all together with the chestnuts, it will give us some body, it will give us some color, and obviously flavor. Right, parsnips are ready. We're gonna put them in a
Are we going to
baking
glaze those
tray.
with a little bit
No,
of...
we're gonna bake them in the oven under,
a little bit of olive oil,
Bit of
vegetable oil,
yes,
or
that's
olive
right.
oil, whatever you prefer.
A little bit of salt in there, so we'll give it some flavor. Foil, so
Why are you covering it with foil?
so it cooks faster. So what we're gonna do, probably the first 15 minutes, we're gonna cook it under foil. So we steam them, then we remove the foil, and then we just
shake it a little bit.
shake it a bit and give it a little bit of color.
so it gets nice and roasted.
Yes, that's right. So that goes into the oven now.
That's going in the oven.
This goes into the oven, very hot oven. I got it at 220. Give it 15 minutes on the timer.
All right, we're going to saute the
Onions.
onions and garlic first in here.
That's right.
And you want to cook that really well.
Yes, you want to
Nicely
really caramelize
caramelized.
it. Gonna pick some leaves of sage. Sage is gonna give us a really beautiful flavor
Put
in
on
there.
the sage.
That's trust me, that's gonna be good. We still fry it. When we fry it, it's gonna lose some flavor.
All right, you really want to get these onions really nice and golden brown.
Yeah, nicely caramelized, but that's how you get the flavor out of them, you know.
I'm going to put the chestnuts in with the caramelized onions. Going to stir it up nicely. Okay, we're going to put some sage in here. Again, oh, look at the smell of that sage. Comes right at you.
Yeah. You see,
Very nice. Salt and pepper. All right, just keep cooking it till it gets nice and soft.
right, I'm gonna check our parsnips. So that's been there for almost 15 minutes. Now I'm gonna leave it for another 3 to 4 minutes. So it will steam off and we got them nice and ready. So now we're gonna do the cranberry sauce, which is gonna go just beautifully with our terrine. So I got pot on a fire, some cranberries into hot pot, sugar and fresh rosemary. Just use the leaves. Mix it all together and just simmer for literally 5 minutes on a quite low heat.
We got our chestnut mix. We're going to give it a quick mash and then we're going to add the parsnips.
What we want here, bit of texture, because it just feels nice in your mouth, but we also need to mash it a tiny bit, because then the whole thing comes together. So I can see that's a little bit dry. So again, I put probably 2-3 tablespoons of water in there, and now we can get our parsnips put in there, yeah?
Just mix it in.
Yeah, just mix it all nicely, and this is ready. Right, so I'm gonna put some cling film inside of the form that will help us to take the terrine out of the terrine molds. So I'll double it because it's easier to work this way. Bit of oil inside, and this goes right on top. And Michael, whenever you're ready,
All right, here we go.
let's fit this one in. Looking good, huh?
Yeah, it smells nice. That sage is really...
That's the, I think that's the most important component of this dish, is the sage. Put the cling film on top and then we press with our hands on top.
And now it looks like now it's like a pate.
Yeah, literally. We're gonna do is just fold this in, like this, like that. And we're just gonna press it firmly, give it a nice flat shape on top. So this way we're gonna have it perfect. It's quite important to press it firmly. Now we can unwrap it because we want to cool it down quickly. So at this point we probably cool it for about an hour until it's probably about 10-15 degrees outside, and then we can put it into the fridge, and that could sit there for another 3 days, just getting ready for your Christmas. Okay, I'm gonna use some sourdough for our terrine.
Are we going to serve the terrine with sourdough bread?
Yeah, I think terrine and a slice of grilled bread.
Are you going to grill it?
I'm gonna
sounds
grill it,
all right.
yeah.
Maybe you cut it, I'll grill it.
Fine.
Okay, and I am putting that on the char grill over here.
Yeah.
Where's our terrine?
Terrine, it's in the fridge now, getting ready. There you go.
And there we have a nice, beautiful piece of. Put it straight on the plate.
No, I think we put it. We give it a nice long angle. Put our terrine first. We put our bread like that.
So how do we turn that out that we can use it and portion it and so everyone can serve it?
I guess we need to make sure it's nice and firm, which it is. I mean, it's been in the fridge for over an hour now.
Because really, if you're having a dinner party or something like that, you would take the whole thing out and slice it up, either putting it on, portioning it on plates. That was a bit aggressive.
Just to make sure it comes out. So this is where our clinking helped us.
A chestnut and parsnip terrine. Ideal for a nice Christmas party or any party.
I'm gonna slice off this first part. We're not gonna use this.
You're not gonna use that? Why not?
So I want a nice chunky piece on a plate. So
because your guests don't want the piece on the end, right?
Exactly.
Some of your guests want the piece on the end.
Right, so a nice slice in here. Put the bread in here with it. And this is our cranberry sauce. So I guess a nice...
But again, you could set this thing in the middle of a table that people could slice it off and share, or you can portion it up in this
because we work in a restaurant
lovely
business.
Bourgeoisie way that you're doing right now.
We want to put a little bit of a garnish here, and I guess we call it a ready plate. Chestnut and parsnip terrine, grilled sourdough, rosemary and cranberry sauce.
I mean, obviously we're doing it with a little bit of char grilled bread right now, but it goes great with crackers.
Baguette, I mean.
Baguettes, crackers, obviously
anything,
bread.
Anything.
Okay, let's put that on a nice plate there. Dress it up a little bit if you were putting it on a table. All right, here we go. Let's have a taste. As I was saying, it doesn't have any chili in it, but let's go. Bit of the
you and your chilies, huh?
Me and my chilies.
Crazy.
There we go.
You're going for the whole thing. Oh, come on.
A lovely, lovely smell. I think it's the parsnips.
Parsnips, possibly sage, eh?
Complex of flavors and texture.
Wow, it's beautiful, huh?
Hi, I'm Michael from The Gate.
And I'm Maurice from The Gate.
And we would like to wish all our customers and our staff happy Christmas, happy Hanukkah, happy belated Diwali, and a happy New Year. We know that Christmas is a time of family, so food is very important. So stuff yourselves rotten and have a great Christmas, and see you in 2022.
Merry Christmas.